And if you remember the NBA draft of 2009, the Wolves had not only the 5th pick, but the 6th pick too. And they decided to draft Ricky
Johnny
Rubio
Flynn?
and Johnny Flynn and missed out on a little shooting guard named Steph Curry.
God!
Definitely a major oops.
Baby, we don't need no script for this. Let me throw a couple thousand, baby. Strip for this. Let me turn the cameras on. Let's make a movie. Oh, this thing's on. Oh, God. Oh, can you imagine if that was stuck in my head for the last 3 years or something like that? That'd be crazy. Espresso Podcast Shop 433. I'm your girlfriend, Benny, who looked at his teeth in the mirror at LA Fitness and realized he has the most tartar in the world. Hey, that reminds me, if you think you like somebody, tell them to take a picture with their flash on the inside of their mouth of their bottom row of teeth. Try it. You'll never see them the same again. Hey, watch me on FBOY Island and FGIRL Island on HBO Max. Wait, isn't FBOY Island like a top 5 bingeable reality TV show to fill the void of Love Island? I don't know. That's what the people are saying. Wait, are you just saying this because you're on People Magazine's Instagram? Maybe. I don't know. You're going to have to find out. Watch it with your ex on HBO Max. Tell your homies to join the Patreon for $5 a month. Only $5. What do I get? You get a live stream at the end of every week and every other Espresso podcast. Wait, what do you talk about in the podcast? Do you just talk about certain dry the whole time? No. God, do I need to tell you guys about that, though? Do you just talk about Connor Cook the whole time, the Michigan State quarterback who it seems like he's still playing there? No, we don't do that. Or do you just talk about how Little Caesars and Domino's are the same exact guy? We don't discuss any of these things. They're all the most important things in my life, though. It's crazy you ask. $5 a month. That's it. Join the page. You can get all your merch, benedictmerch.com. We out here being nice, hoodies and hats, feeling glonky merch, emotional support animal merch. We got it all. 50% off Benedict shirts. Get one for your dad. Get one for your homie. We out here being nice merch. We got who's buying this merch. By the way, some meatball flavored Pringles. Talk to me, daddy. Everything. Benedict merch. 50% off with code NICE, BALD, or GLONKY at checkout. Hey, can we get to the espresso Can we get to the espressi the question of the week? Hey. Who's your misconnection? Who's the one that got away? Remember that one time you locked eyes and you're like, I'm gonna be with you for the rest of my life. But then you actually got so scared you never talked to him again or saw him again? Who are they? There's something there. Amazing when you see somebody so like beautiful or something and you can't stop looking at them. God, that's so weird. It's so caveman. I saw like a really pretty girl at a music festival and I was like, oh my God. I had to look at her like 17 more times to make sure I could believe what I was seeing. I was like, oh my God, are you everything I love? She was kind of looking back at me. She was kind of tall. Intriguing. Never saw her again. The one that got away. I've got about 1 million of these. Because every day I walk outside and fall in love 52 times. I fall in love like a divorced mom. We lock eyes. Boom. We're going to TJ Maxx. We lock eyes. Bang. Seeing a future with you. I fell in love with a girl at the airport. She was in a wheelchair. I'm not even kidding. Is that okay? I'm thinking about it. I'm like, am I a bad person or am I the best guy in the world? I was like, you can't be that hot and in a wheelchair. I didn't know how to feel. I was like, let me wheel that ass around. What? I'll build you a ramp. What? I think guys are falling in love way more than girls, though. That's just a guy thing. I'm telling you, at the gym and stuff, I'm like, God dang. I'll fall in love with guys. How embarrassing is it when you see somebody so good looking, you like sprain your ankle? It's happened to me so many times. Oh my God. How come every time I see a hot girl, I have to tear my meniscus? Literally fall off a curb. Oh. So embarrassing. They know too. They know. They definitely know. Always got to drop my keys. Oh my God. A girl that's literally somewhat attractive drops my keys, sprains my ankle, dislocates my shoulder. Act like you've been there, man. Describe the one that got away. Who's your misconnection? Went to the tanning bed before my show in New Jersey one time. Girl with dark hair. Jaw dropping. I don't know if I was in a vulnerable place. Like, you know how it goes. You get outside your city, all of a sudden everybody starts looking good. What's up with that? And something about New Jersey. I'm like, I think I'm supposed to be in love with you. I feel like there's a lot of Italian people here. I feel like I'm kind of supposed to live here. We met at a tanning bed. This is where I belong. You're here. I'm here. Didn't say a word to her. She goes, have a nice tan. I go, you too. How do you recover? You don't. So on the way out, didn't say anything. And then didn't see a step on the way out. Turned my ankle. Hopefully she didn't see that. She definitely did though. Because girls can see through walls. Orange County Fair. Couple weeks ago. Wait, are you just going to talk about girls you saw and never made a move on? Wait, my son listened to this. You're not giving him any good advice. Wait. Locked eyes with a girl probably 3 times and just walked away. Curly hair, cowboy boots. Never going to see you again. It was by the cotton candy taco stand. Girl in the mall. Nah, just keeps talking about girls he's seen. God. You're like disgusting. Do something about it. Hey, it doesn't always have to be about girls or whatever you're into either. The shoes that got away? Misconnection. Went to the Nike outlet. Wait, oh my God. This podcast is like all about him just being at the mall. That's because it's all I did growing up. I love malls. God, bring them back. What do we have to do? Not this again. We went to the outlet mall like every 5 weeks when I was growing up. We had a good rotation. This is all I did every weekend growing up. And I want to go back to it so bad. He's going to cry again, isn't he? He's talking about his childhood. Every weekend, we would just go to Target, then go to the mall and listen to college football the whole day on the radio. In the car. Listen to New Radicals. Listen to Sugar Ray. Listen to Ricky Martin. And college football in between. And just hit Target. Hit stores in the mall. Boom. Joanne Fab for a little bit. It's okay, I'll roll. I'll play with the silly putty for a little bit. You always find something. We got to go to TJ Maxx. I'll find the chair. How funny is it like when you're a kid and you're going to stores like that, you always low key find like the toy aisle. Like everybody has a toy aisle. One weekend, one out of every 5 weekends, we go to the outlet mall. Okay. Road trip. 45 minutes away, Edinburgh, Indiana. What you know about it? And this is before outlet malls were played. When the outlet mall was the outlet mall. You walk into the Nike store at the outlet mall, it's like a different planet. You don't see this stuff anywhere else. You walk into the outlet mall now, bro, you see like the Nike clothes that are at Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods got to be the lamest place I've ever been in my life. I'm like, can it be more run of the mill in here? God, what happened to our edge? Anyway. Jesus Christ, get to the point. You never get to the point. First stop at the Nike outlet, you got to go to the shoes because you never know what's going to be back. There could be some heat back there. Knew this at a young age. They'll just put some Jordans back there, and it's like, what? These are actual shoes. Like these shouldn't be here. Outlet malls make mistakes, bro. That's why outlet malls are so cool. They'll mess around and have a Supreme Jordan jacket at the outlet mall, and you're like, what? Anyway, I went to the Nike basketball section. Knew I wasn't getting anything. Stuff's too much money. Are they on sale? My mom. Every time I brought you get a shoe you like and you find your mom and you run up to her. Hey, Mom. Are they on sale? I don't know. Brought these to her. Nike Air Break You Down Up Tempo. God. Still hurts. Haunts me to this day. Jamal Mashburn had him on playing for the Heat. I thought this was a nostalgic podcast. They were so clean. Black and white like this. I wanted to wear these at recess so bad and kick home runs. All you do is talk about your childhood. She was like, okay, you need basketball shoes. They're $85. I'll split them with you. My mom. I was like, all right, damn, I'm really about to make this deal. Like, you know, when you have money when you're a kid, you got to be real wise with it. I mean, you obviously have to now too, but like, yo, I only have $40. I copped these shoes and I'm starting to overthink. This is where my overthinking set in. It's like, man, if I buy these shoes, maybe I don't know if I can get that, like, I don't know if I get that Backstreet Boys CD, you know? Now I'm starting to think like, well, what else could I buy? I'm going to buy these shoes. And then your mom does that thing to you. And she's like, if you buy these shoes, this is the only thing you're going to be able to get for the rest of the year until Christmas. And I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, you know, I'm going to pass on them. I don't need them that bad. Kind of felt like a spoiled kid. I was like, I don't need them like that. It's all right. I'll find something somewhere else closer to basketball season. You right. Basketball season rolls around. I think I'm going to have another shot at the Nike Air Break You Down Up Tempos. Nope, gone off the shelves. Next time we went back to the outlet mall, not a chance. Off the rack. Nice knowing you. Snooze, you lose. I still think about them every day. I really do. What kind of guy would I be if I would have just had those shoes? You know, because when you get shoes and you're a kid, it's just magical. You wear them in the house. God. Bring back breaking in shoes. What happened to breaking in shoes? I'd trick my dad so hard because we were shoes off house. Shoes off. B, shoes off in the laundry room. I didn't step foot off that laundry room tile. You got a shoes off house, you wouldn't be caught dead in there. You in the driveway, you leave something in your house, shoes are all tied, your mom's like, hurry, let's go, we're all waiting on you. What's your move? You gonna walk in there with shoes on, clomping around? No, you get on your hands and knees and crawl through the kitchen, through the living room, up the stairs, crawl. I gotta get my Velcro wallet. My knees were made of rhino skin. But when you had to break in shoes, bro, that was the best. You can finally wear shoes in the house. My dad would come home. I'd be zooming up and down flights. Jumping. Juking. Juking out the living room. Running circles around the dining room table. Can't catch me. Playing 2-3 zone in the kitchen. Boop, 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 boop. Hands up, let's go. Couldn't tell me anything, bro. Breaking in shoes was not, you never broke them in enough though, because you go to practice the next day, get so many blisters. That's one of the pains you just gotta like live through. You get new shoes, you get shoes you haven't worn before, and you kind of just have to like let it ride. You don't even check. My shoes kind of hurt. What the hell's going on? Dude, 10 seconds later, both your feet covered in blood. I'm like, oh, I had a blister. You ever just like cut your leg or you're bleeding down your like whole entire foot and you don't even notice it. Those are the real ones right there. How many times somebody's been like, hey, bro, you're bleeding. Like half my arm's chopped off. I'm like, oh, yeah. I didn't even feel it. I was doing something else. The one that got away. What's your misconnection? What'd you miss out on? We'll find him. Let's talk about it. Let's hear yours. What was your misconnection?
Where are you tonight?
Again.
Why have you left me here all alone? I searched the world over. I thought I found true love. You met another and you was gone.
Every week, and I want it to be every week for the rest of my life. I don't care. Waste my time. I want you to commit to the bit for the rest of my life. And if we ever meet in person, I want you to sing that same song to me. What's your misconnection?
Hey, where the party at? Girl, it's on the way with a Bacardi at.
Didn't know this was a
Wait,
word.
I thought this wasn't some kind of early 2000s R&B podcast where all you guys talking about is Nelly and Jagged Edge collabs or Nelly's beef with Jingy. Anyways, what's up, Benny, you throwback wearing frickin' beefcake? Uh-oh, it sounds like I start for the Portland Trailblazers.
Yes.
Anyway,
dude.
describe your misconnection. I know this isn't a sports podcast, but I've been a huge fan of the Minnesota Timberwolves since day one. And if you remember the NBA draft of 2009, the Wolves had not only the 5th pick, but the 6th pick too. And they decided to draft
I remember
Ricky
Johnny
Rubio
Flynn.
and Johnny Flynn and missed out on a little shooting guard named Steph Curry.
God!
Definitely a major oops. So I could have been wearing some drippy Dynasty Timberwolves merch right now instead of them fanning on Curry twice. Anyway, slap my ass with a Timberwolves howl towel for every time they've missed out or been booted from the playoffs too early. So every season since 1989. Peace.
But still one of the toughest teams around. Not sport. I thought this wasn't about sport. My son listens to this podcast to get a break from everyday life. First you say it's about food. Then you say it's about sports. Then you say it's neither. And now it's both. You're confusing my son. I know, bro. I know. If you really... Oh, that's like all I want to know. Not a sports podcast, but all I want to know is like... Yo, who were you, like, talking to the GMs from teams? Who are you gonna draft if you didn't draft him? That's all I want to know. Because then you imagine, like, that guy on your squad, and you're like, ooh, that jersey, exactly what you just said. Dude, nothing beats that Timberwolves joint. And you know what I'm talking about. We talked about it last week. Mini trees? Yeah, there's a grail out there. Mm-hmm. Mitchell and Ness made a Minnesota Timberwolves jersey. Oh, actually, they made like 5 jerseys. All he talks about is jerseys. It's ridiculous. And no name, no number, no team name. God, I want every one of them. So there's a Jazz one. There's a Timberwolves one. There's a black Timberwolves jersey out there with nothing on it but the little trees. Smack my ass and call me Sam Cassell.
So the craziest misconnection I ever had was I was in Chicago on a business work trip, and I did the whole thing with going out with my coworkers and everything. And then it became after hours. I actually had a friend who lived in Chicago, so I met up with him. We went out for a little. I told him I had to get back because, you know, I had work meetings the next day and had to be on top of things.
Attaboy.
So I was walking back to my hotel, which wasn't too far from where we were at the bar. And I got to the light, you know, it was about 11:30 at night. There's this blonde chick that was across the street. She starts walking over. She hands me this Post-it. It says, "Don't open it yet." And I was like, what? And I'm like walking, you know, to the other side of the street while she's walking the other side of the street. I get to the corner, I look at the Post-it, and it says, "For a good time, call this number." I literally turn around and like the girl disappears. I was like, what the hell? Like, and she wasn't like some hooker looking girl or anything. She had like a nice sundress on, a blue denim jacket, pretty blonde girl. And I'm like, what am I going to do with this paper? Am I going to call this girl right now and see what's going on? Or am I just going to go back to my hotel room because I am in a different state? I am on a business work trip. And I do have like obligations to like, be good and not get abducted by somebody or whatever is going to happen. So I took the piece of paper, I threw it out right in the street, and I just walked to my hotel room. So I either missed the greatest time of my life.
I know, bro.
Or it could have been the worst day of my life. Who the hell knows what could have happened, but I couldn't risk, getting fired or, seeing what the unknown would have been. But sometimes I regret it.
Dude, how real is that? I love the honesty. Because some people would make up a story about that. Your boys are like, dude, last night. I'm like, why would you tell me? The guys that have never gotten any play in their lives, yo, did you see this girl that like me and her? Like, I'm like, raise up my phone, there's a picture of Brady Quinn on it. Whoops. Never changing that. Dude, I'm with you 100%. I can't deal with it in my head. Like, I'd rather miss out than like be disappointed and then your whole next day is wrecked. Has it ever been worth it? Never has. It's, hey boys, I know we're 400 years old on this podcast, but it's just always better not to. But you will be thinking about it. Damn, what could have been? There's been a couple, bro, that I'm like, just don't. Just don't. Like, why is it so much easier not to, honestly? I just don't have that kind of dog in me. I'm like, you know what I'd always rather be doing? Just sitting on my bed. God dang it, bro. That's got to be my downfall. Is that everybody, though? The second you go out and meet somebody, I'm like, yeah, I'd just rather be at home, actually. Oh, snap my fingers right in my bed. Phone charging, peanut butter and jelly in my hand. Watching TikTok. I need to live more. Wait, are you like having a midlife crisis? Have been since I was 15 years old. Good move, though, bro. It's a good move. It's always a good move. It's always a good move. Bro's a good looking guy. Seen bro in person. Bro's got incline bench chest. You know what I mean? Sturdy. Good hairline. Mean tan. Dude, when you're a good looking cat, or really anybody, you got to give up probably 80% of those opportunities. Might even sound like it might even be 90. Just trouble, man. Just derail your whole life.
Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I found true love. You met another and he was gone.
Yo, if I what if I get killed and then I hear that song? Now I'm like starting to think it's weird. Keep doing it though.
My misconnection, man. I think back when I was a little kid, well, I was maybe like 8. And I remember we moved out, we moved out to the middle of Nevada. It was like a super small little town.
What the hell?
Like 50 people. But every month, the Schwan's ice cream truck would come by. And like, Schwan's, they would sell ice cream, but they'd also sell like steaks and chicken, all that other stuff if you needed it or whatever. And like we would always have money set aside for the Schwan's truck. So it was like a thing. And I remember one day, I think we were like, I don't remember, like my mom was there and I was supposed to run out and I was supposed to keep an eye out for the Schwan's truck.
What
Anyways,
a job.
I was like in the bathroom or something. And I remember coming out of the bathroom and seeing it like driving by slowly, but I couldn't get out fast enough. And next thing you know, they hit the main highway. And there I am just running outside, you know, yelling like with my little, I wanted to get some of they had like these gold nugget bars that were like chocolate covered and they had caramel and ice cream in the middle, vanilla. And it was really good. They were like $5. I remember running outside with my $5 bill in my hand and just flailing, you know, screaming stop. And, you know, and it was too late. He was already gone. And it was just a depressing moment for the whole household because we really needed that ice cream. Well, not needed it, but you know, we wanted it. Anyways, that's my misconnection. It was rough.
Dude, you let your dude, there's nothing like letting your family down. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And it was all on you. Oh, why is that so sad? Why is that so real? Dude, the way I was picturing that, why was I at my aunt's house when I was picturing that in my head? Like, you know how dumb you are now? Imagine how dumb you were when you were a kid. Like, it just doesn't even make sense. What was I saying when I was like 12 years old? How were we even allowed in public? I remember for probably like 2 years, I wanted to do karate every day. I want to do karate. I want to do karate. I want to do karate. I thought it was so cool. I was obsessed with Power Rangers, action figures, Spider-Man. And there's a class you can go to and you just fight. Oh my God, I want to do karate. Won a mall sweepstakes, free karate class for like 8 weeks. Free. I was about to do karate. They called my mom 6 a.m. Benny, do you want to do karate? You won. You won the sweepstakes. Do you want to do karate? Me, no. Why? Like, just do the stuff. That's like the main reason I want to have a kid, just to make them do stuff. I honestly, I did a lot of stuff, but I don't think my parents made me do enough stuff. Like, God, I just want to send my kid to a sick basketball camp. Like, dude, if I had a kid, he would be gone every day of the summer. See ya. Learn something. Go. Camps are the most valuable thing, man. You meet people, you like do stuff. What? Oh, I learned how to like do archery today. Almost got shot in the head with an arrow. Like, you got to do it, man. Regret it. So many times as a kid, I was just like, nah, I just want to stay home. This guy always wants to stay home. Why does it feel so good to stay home? Yearn for the days to stay home, but also should have done more. Just would give anything. Give anything to be in comfort, man. Those days where you went home after school and you didn't have any type of practice, bro. Oh my God. Or homework. It was just like, it was heaven. 6 p.m. No practice, no homework. The sun's still out. Oh my God. Oh my God. You're living in a house and your mom's still around. Oh my God, bro. I'm going to cry again. No practice, no homework, 6 p.m. What are we having for dinner, Mom? Chili. Yo, and you're all under the same roof. Crazy that ever happened. Crazy that ever happened. Hey, your dog's still alive? Oh! Oh! Are you like homesick? Why are you saying this? Bro, it'll never be like that again. And we watched it go in front of our eyes. How did I get talking about that? Oh, karate class. Jesus Christ.
Summer has come and passed, The innocent can never last.
Wake me up when September
ends. Oh shit, this thing's on? Hey Benny, what's going on? It's your Niagara Falls correspondent checking in here. And station know about misconnection? Station connection?
Station.
Anyways, misconnection. Got a good one. Got to preface this saying, happily married. Very happy with how my life has worked out.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day, went to a Green Day concert, got pulled out of the crowd to play guitar on stage.
No.
Did that and, killed it. It was a good time, all this sort of stuff. Crazy moment, craziest moment of my life, really, overall. Anyways, rest of the night, I'm in the pit. People are coming up, high-fiving me, recognizing me from, being the guy on the stage and all that sort of stuff. And there's this girl. They play like a slow song towards the end of the night. There's this girl beside me.
Oh, my God.
And, we're like kind of making eyes. We're kind of like checking out, seeing what's up.
Crazy, dude.
End up slow dancing with her. Possibly even kissed her at the end.
Did you?
May have been tongue. Don't 100% remember. But definitely know there was a dance there with some girl in the crowd in the Green Day show in Rochester. Never got her name. Couldn't tell you what she looks like now. Have no idea. But kind of want to know, Kind of want to know.
Who were you?
Never will.
No.
That's the way she goes.
Never will. And you shouldn't. It's just one of those things. What a moment, bro. Though your confidence after that, you just killed. Oh my gosh. You could have pulled anybody, my dog. Slow dance? Talk about pressure. Your first slow dance? Remember that? I had to practice with my mom for real at my house. My mom would never let me go to a dance growing up in school. I don't know why. God, I couldn't do anything. But like everybody was going. I was like, I gotta go. And I didn't know how dances worked. I was like, so what are we doing? We're just all going here? And like, what? I was like, oh my God, this is like, okay. We're like, okay, like girls are here. Like, this is like a matchmaking event. And then they started playing slow dances. I was like, this is how this goes? How come everybody knew like what was happening at a dance except for me? I'm like, have you guys been going to dances since you were 10 years old? I'm acting the same way I act now when there's music playing. Sweaty, trying to cow tip people, like pranking dudes, just being loud. Should have been kicked out. Then all of a sudden, we are beautiful, no matter what they say. And words can bring me down. Oh. Don't you bring me down today. Everybody's slow dancing. I'm like, what? Pushing people together. You dance with her. You dance with her. You dance with her. The chaperones. You two dance. Yes. It's like, now I'm in love with this girl. You really got to be feeling it to slow dance. Because I'm like, what are we doing? A slow dance? It's so like. It's actually, when I think about it, it's the only dance I know how to do. A slow dance for a white guy, it's kind of like where the money's at. Hey, just back and forth. Hey, just keep, yep. No, you don't have to stay on beat. For white guys, slow dance is it. We're just going back and forth, baby. A little bend in the knee, a little Z in the knee. Hands on hips. Hey, she puts her head on your chest. You're in, big dog. Slow dance for white guys? Kind of the move. Slow dance in the worm. 2 white guy moves at a dance. That's all we got. That's all we got. Never seen a black guy do the worm, gonna be honest. How's that look? I don't want to see it, actually. Black guy does the worm, puts all the white guy worms out of business. I don't want to say, I've never seen a black guy do the worm, and I really don't want my life to crumble in front of my eyes. So just forget I said anything. They would call it like a cobra or something. You know what I mean? Like it'd just be like way cooler. Bruh did the cobra. Yeah. Uh-huh. We was at the reception. Bruh pulled out the cobra. Shit. I gotta shut up. That's it. Low on voice messages this week. Hey, we're okay, babe. Hey. Get them next time, babe. Haven't done one of these in a while. Cringe moment of the week. Pulled up. Jiffy Lube. Needed an oil change. I'm always like, all right, I need an oil change. This could take 5 to 7 hours. Remember when getting an oil change? Remember when getting an oil change was like just your day? The amount of times my mom was like, "The Jeep needs an oil change. Go to Firestone," and like an amazing thing to do to a dude who's 17. You need to learn this stuff. Go. So I just take my mom's Jeep to the Firestone that was by the Target, like 5 minutes away from our house. And I was like, yo, I don't know. Dude, they had to be like, your ass is doing this? Charging me. I was like, give it the high mileage. And yeah, I'm going to sit down and watch Born Supremacy on the TV. The oil change place that you go to, Jiffy Lube, Firestone, whatever you go, kind of like time stops when you're in that waiting room. It smells kind of good. You have no idea what's going on. You don't know how long you're going to be there. You have to like be alert. They might ask you, hey, red Jeep. Did you see there's like some corrosion by the battery? I'm like, dude, not this. Not this. Hey, when's the last time you had your tires rotated? Oh my God, how would I ever know? I don't even know what that means. I forget every time, right when you walk into the oil change place. How many miles do you have? I'm like, let me go back out there. I have no idea. I haven't looked since last time I was at Jiffy Lube. Anyway, that's the old Jiffy Lube. You're drinking like stale coffee. You're like looking for food. There isn't any. There's always something on TV. There's always a movie on Big Daddy. You're like, I guess I'll watch this. Why am I kind of sad? You know? Why am I kind of sad? You're on the phone every 7 seconds with your mom. Hey, they want to like change the battery. How much is it? $280. Don't do it. Okay. You're like, well, this car, now you know like where you're at with your car situation at your house. I'm like, Jesus Christ, we need 3 new cars. Gonna be a tough year. Now you go get your oil change, bro. Sit in your car. Gotta be the craziest thing that's ever happened. Yeah. I'm like, how long is this gonna take? They're like, maybe like 15 minutes. I'm like, what? Yeah, drive over this hole in the ground. How come I got an in-car oil change and I turned into a 19-year-old girl? He was like, put the car in park. I was like, I can do that. But there's like a series of tests they don't tell you about that you have to go through. They're like, can you flash the brights real quick? I was like, how come I can't do anything when someone's watching me? I'm like, dude, I turned on the turn signal. He was like, no. And he just did it. Then he's like, can you flip the screen to the the kilometers, or can you flip to the temperature valve or something? I was like, bro, you got this. Can you pop the hood? I'm like, oh my God, bro. Are you doing this on purpose? I opened up a little compartment in my car. I thought it was a hood thing. I opened up a compartment. There's literally red food coloring in it. I was like, Can you hit the brake and the gas at the same time? I'm like, we're not allowed to do that. He goes, bro, just, I was like, oh. Upcharge me for something. Every time I get my oil change, though, hey, make sure you top off the fluids. Why do I say that every single time? Like they're not going to do it. I think that's something my dad like drilled in my head. Ask him to top off the fluids after the oil change. It's your coolant. How many times I hear my dad say that? It's your coolant. Totally forgot how to drive and work a car when the Jiffy Lube guy is staring at me, giving me orders. Never been so nervous. I'm like, yo, can you just get in here and do this, bro? I don't know any of your little tricks and shortcuts. Press the up arrow, the brake, turn your car off and on, press the ignition. I was like, what is this doing? Did you just control alt delete my car? It's 2 days. Thursday. National Bacon Lovers Day. Do this every week. Trying to think of a time when bacon was really hitting. And the only time I can think of is when it was on a junior bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's. It's the only time I've been like, bacon. Yeah. JBC's, perfect amount. Wrapping steak and bacon, just overdoing it. I'll take bacon over sausage any day, though. If you're talking about breakfast sandwiches, if you're talking about continental breakfast, something about the sausage just doesn't sit right with me. You go to Denny's when you're a kid. Would you like bacon or sausage? I'm like, bacon. It's like crispier, you know? You mix the bacon and you crumble up the bacon in your scrambled eggs. Now we're talking ball. Now we're talking. What do they call it at Denny's? The triple. Denny's triple. Denny's grand. Now we're talking grand slam. Now we're talking grand slam. Denny's kind of underrated. Friday, fantasy football draft day. That's happening. Never forget the time I got bullied into doing a fantasy football, being on a fantasy football, like, I don't even know what it's called. I sound like a girl right now. Never forget when I was in a fantasy football league because I got bullied into it from the guys in my German class. Upperclassmen, come on, Polizzi. Be in our league. I was like, dude. And of course, I'm at my dad's house with a girl. First time ever. I don't know how this happened. Girl that lives by my dad's house comes over. I think we were going to like play basketball or something. We end up going inside. My dad's like, hey, I'm going to leave. I'm just in my house with a girl for the first time ever. I'm like, bro, I'm like a freshman in high school. Like my dreams are coming true. I'm like, I don't know what's about to happen. I don't even think like, I don't know. But nobody's here. And we got like at least 30 minutes to like, I wonder if he left on purpose. I think about this all the time. I'm like, this dude, the strictest dude in the world who like wouldn't even let me in the house with a girl was all of a sudden like, I'm going to step out. What? Is this bro code? Like, are we boys? Is this for all the times you yelled at me for walking in the front yard after you mowed it? Front yard's for looks! But of course, I get a call. It's like we're getting there. Like I think we're about to kiss on this couch in my childhood home. This is a big deal. Miss her, low key. Of course. Like when things like, you know, it's going to take me a while to get there, but like I'm getting there. Like we're on the way. Like I said, a few things, you know, we're trying to lead up to the kiss. Trying to set it up. Getting a little closer. Maybe my hand goes on her leg. You know what I'm talking about? This guy's got game, by the way. Get a call on my phone. Hey, we're doing the fantasy draft today. So like I'm trying to make moves. I got a 30-minute window. Who do you want to draft in the second round? You can get LaDainian Tomlinson. You can get the Cardinals defense. I'm like, bro, like not now. I'm just like, just pick whoever for me. He calls back again. It's the third round. Who do you want to take? I'm like, yo. Fifth round rolls around. I hear the garage door. I'm like, my dad's home. It's over, babe. God, I think that's why I don't play fantasy football. Hey, the one that got away. The one that got away. Sunday sponge cake day. I did something bad. Y'all want to know some fat stats? Just real quick, all right? Okay, we're locked in. We're locked back in on the diet. I know. Hey, for a while I was going to look crazy. Cheesecake, cookies. It's just so hard not to. What else do you have to look forward to? You know? When you're Kobe Bryant locked, when you're Michael Jordan locked, like we are as fam, really not much to look forward to. You're grind all day. The best part, honestly, like the sugar on top, the cherry on top, the icing on the cake is just going to sleep at night. You have a horrible life. You're depressed. So when you get to eat some and wild out a little bit, your brain explodes. It's gone a little too wild, all right? Looked in the mirror, a little too goopy around the edges, a little too goopy. A little too much. A little too much. Hey, let's lock it back down. All right, so this is my thing now. Sundays, this is what we do real quick. Hey, you get a bag of granola, protein granola. I know there's no protein in it. Nature Valley, family size. We don't play. You pour it in this cup. We've been down this road. Cereal in a cup. Oats and honey cereal in a cup. Layer it with peanut butter. I'm talking 3 stops of peanut butter. Bang, bang, bang. Pour some milk in there. Crunch it down with a spoon. You'll never be the same. God, it's the only thing I want. It's like a big peanut butter cookie in a cup, and that's the only thing I dream of, and that's the only thing I want to do with my entire life. All right, fam. Hey, quick episode this week. Hey, quick turnaround. Love y'all, for real. Coach P quote of the week. In bold. Got this today, 9:20 a.m. Pacific time. Make no mistake, life is a war. It's a war against time. It's a war against weakness. It's a war against ego. It's a war against distractions. Stay on high alert and win every day. God, man. Every day I'm thinking about that stuff. What are you even doing if you're not thinking about how much time I have left? All the weakness. All the times I'm being selfish, ego, distractions, bro. All I want to do is the thing I'm not supposed to be doing. Be alert. If you want to change, if you want things to change, you got to change yourself. Love y'all, for real. All right, fam. See you on the live stream. Thank you for the voice messages. Tahhaaa. Oh, God.